It is August 4th, 2026, and Mr. Perry has repeatedly illegally accessed this Facebook and the blog and altered what's posted, changed it, or just flat deleted it. So that begs the question, what are you hiding and why are you hiding it? And this is why he can't get even one name of any investigator at all. Nobody will help him obstruct justice. In 15 years, all the money they paid out for a cover-up bought truth because he does stuff like that. Second of all, you don't pick on women and children and think that makes you tough, all you men. You pick on a man your age, your size, in broad daylight, who is in good health, a man in good health. If you just have nothing better to do, then pick on other people. Okay, I moved twice to get away from Charles Perry. He makes every ounce of my skin crawl. This guy has told me this morning, I am determined and steadfast. Okay, determined and steadfast to do what? Be a wannabe? Be a rejected fail? Too stupid to move on like the rest of us do when we get rejected? Steadfast in getting caught every day, all day long, every time you try to do something to me or my children? You like getting caught, Mr. Perry? You like getting caught? You got nothing else, man. In 15 years, you act like you think you're quoting our meetings and phone calls, and that is not the case. You're very confused about that. You can't get one name of any investigator. You're asking me how I found out. Who leaked? Who leaked what to who? You said there's no investigation and you're not doing what we say. You're a human trafficker. You've committed atrocious atrocities. Egregious criminal acts, heinous, depraved, demented crimes. Day after day after day, you targeted me and my children, and you get caught when you do it to me, most times beforehand, not after. It's different than the other victims, but the same every time you do it to me. And you're not quoting our meetings. You're not quoting our phone calls. We're quoting yours. We have your people's names. You do not have our names. We have your code words. You don't have ours. You labeled your crime. Some of those crimes are violent. Okay, you seem very, very confused about that. That's not my problem, is it? Nope, never has been, never will be. You're an incel, pathetic, loser, boring, wannabe, coward. And you'll never be anything better because that is all you've been. And if you're steadfast in being in that, be that, that's what you are, and that's the best you can do, knock yourself out, man. Knock yourself out. Not my problem. Not my problem at all. You guys have never been caught this much in your lives. Never in your life. I'm the one that did this. Don't forget who you're talking to. Do not forget who you're talking to. So my boss said that he will add to the pending charges 2 criminal acts. Illegally accessing my account and his account. This is his account too. And altering evidence. Or destroying evidence, or attempting to. So that's 2 counts every time you guys get in my account illegally. Gregory does it sometimes Charles does it, sometimes Sonjay does it. Your Sonjay's your hacker, right? Because you have something to hide, and you're a coward. Okay, real men are chivalrous to women and children. They protect women and children. That's my boss. He can get information, and you cannot. You think you're tough, all you men, fighting a woman or children or a young person, a third your age, or people in a hospital, or little old men dying anyway. And that resulted in one thing. We got more intel to ruin you with in court and put you in jail, and you're gone. And that's gone with you. That's gone with you. When you start doing stuff to defy my boss, the one you want to call from, you can count on the fact he's pissed, and he will obliterate you in court. Okay, he will show no mercy, because you just slapped him across the face and gave him the middle finger. You're the one that wants to talk to him. He does not need to talk to you. He has absolutely zero interest in talking to you. He's not calling around looking for a convert to find a way to meet with you somehow. You're doing that, looking to talk to him. You don't ask somebody for a favor and then slap him across the face and give him the middle finger and expect him to help you. Never has that happened in 15 years. It will not happen. It will not happen. You will likely never speak to him. Because all he has to do is arrest you, and he doesn't have to do that himself. He can have some other team members arrest you, and then they'll see you in court. And everything else goes between your attorney and the prosecutors. There's more than one. He never has to talk to you. He said he would do you a favor for 6 years, but you have to do what I say. You give back what you took from her, you fix the problems you caused for her, and I know exactly what all that is. I'm running a tally of the money you owe her. And get the fuck out of their lives and never contact them or anybody they know again. Or I'll get more and I will do it for you, myself. And that's your choice. Only you control your choices. But the more you do to her, and the more problems you cause, and you take up her time, I will obliterate you in court. I will ruin you. Please understand, nobody has gotten closer to that goal and that objective than we have. No one that you know in your entire lives has gotten closer to that. So don't forget who it is you're talking to. You're not quoting our meetings and phone calls. We're quoting yours. You don't have our code words. We have yours. You don't have our names. We have yours. Like 155 now, I think it is. We don't put them all out. Who's Haverty? Huh? Who's Gerard? Who's Brody? Who's Marvin and Rachel? Who's Desiree? Who's Richard? Have I met who's Beverly? Have I met these people? I don't. Who's Lucius? Who's Gregory? Who's Tim? I don't know these people. I've never met them in my life. If I did, I didn't know, they didn't walk up and say, "Hi, I'm Beverly. I'm working in human trafficking with Charles Perry. We're partners. We're BFFs." Never has that happened. So once in a while, the guys will go, Bittencourt came to my work, and he was standing right in front of me. The guy goes, that's Mr. Bittencourt. Oh my God, he found out where I work and when I work, and here he is, stalking me. Okay, I moved twice to have zero contact with you ever again. You make every ounce of my skin crawl. I would never want a man who peeps. I would never want your Kmart broke-ass bitch, canned food, JCPenney, ghetto. No, I would never want a man who hurts my children. We don't even contact your children, much less hurt them. And we can get names and you cannot. You're very confused all the time, aren't you? So, because he deleted stuff, we're going to show the world what you didn't want the world to see. Mr. Perry, every time you contact me, I get more. You want to know how I find out about what you're up to. You want to know how I knew to do that. Every contact, every problem, every loss, because that is part of the crime being investigated. And you have harassed me all morning. And you have asked for information all morning. And you pay for it every time you do. And you act like you like that. So he's deleted. So we're going to just show some things here. Okay? This has 76 right now. See the number? Mr. Perry, when you contact me, I always get more information to ruin you with. I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to help you. You can go fuck yourself. I don't want anything to do with you. Okay? You're a boring incel. Can't get laid. Peeping Tom. I am always the wannabe, never the one wanted. Yeah, well, how is that my problem? Why are you bothering me with that? Huh? Why are you bothering me with that shit? I moved twice. Way far away from you. So why are you always where I am? Harassing me. Gordy, why do you harass me all the time? Okay, I've never met Gordy. Have I? No. So these names came from police surveillance, right? What police? Leak what to who? Leak what to who, Charles? Okay. Nobody will help you obstruct justice. Not this time. Not this time. My boss would do you a favor. Had you done what he said, he gave you 6 years, he's done now. We're all done now. You're on your own. That was your choice. We can't control your choices, you control your choices. So live with it. Okay, you're not tough picking on women and children, or young people a third your age, or little old man dying anyway, or people in a hospital, Jacob. You're not tough, Gordy. You're not. You're weak. You're pathetic. And that's why nobody will help you, because you do stuff like that. We get information you don't. We can get information and you cannot. So I know to do that, How does she know to do that? How did she find out about that? How does she know about that? Every contact, every problem, every loss gets me more. If you don't like that, fuck the hell off. Fuck the hell off. I will never go with you. To the death. If you're trying to poison me and kill me and stuff like that, I'm fighting you to the death right now, am I not? To the death. You stupid little bitch. Pathetic, weak, nothing. You're a nothing. You don't matter. I do. I can get the help. You can't. The women you hate so much because none of them like you, because you're a damn weirdo, they matter and you don't. And that's how that is. Like it or not. Doesn't matter what you think. Doesn't matter what you pretend. Doesn't matter what you daydream. You're not Casanova. You're not tough guy. You're pathetic and you're weak and you're boring. I already know what I did all day. You need to get a life and go do something interesting. And get out of my face. And get off my back. So since you deleted, here's what I always do. When they start trying to hide something, we're like, oh my God, there's something there. They took Allison Chu of the Washington Post. They took her out of emails. Like while I'm typing the email, they delete her name out of the sender. So why are you worried about a girl? Another girl is what's scaring you? Huh? Tough guy? Yeah. How many people say it? He's no Prince Charming. He's no tough guy. He's weak. He's boring. He's pathetic. He's a nothing. Nobody will help him. Help her, not him. That train's wrecking right now. And that guy's too dumb to get that. Yeah, I'm not on that train. I'm getting off the train. Okay, so how many people say that, Mr. Perry? Do you know? No, because nobody will help you. Okay. Your cruelty is destroying you. And if you're too stupid to see that and to understand that and to get that, this is not our problem. It's never been our problem. Never will be. It's your problem. You got all those guys and all those attorneys paying a lot of money for all those people to help you and attorneys to help you. And are they helping you? I mean, come on. Okay, so we need to try to hide something. We just bring it out. We make a big thing of it. This is not the first time he's done this. Why is that? The McNamara email, they wanted that deleted. Why? What are you hiding, princess? Coward? Huh? What you scared of? You sitting in the corner, sucking your thumb? Huh? A little pathetic. Oh. Okay, we're not going to get you a tissue this time. Okay. So we're going to scroll through these and we're going to document all these things that were posted that he wanted deleted. Why? Why do you want to delete it, sir? What are you scared of? What are you hiding and why are you hiding it? These dates are significant, so when you guys look at these documents, make sure you pay very close attention to the dates because these are significant. And I'm not, I don't do finger paint thing, I'm not going to get the finger paints and the crayons out for you. And you guys are going to have to do your own homework and your own thinking. And we're tired of explaining things like we're talking to a bunch of 5-year-olds. Okay, you figure it out on your own because we're done. We're done with that. These people are not lawyers. They're not attorneys. They're not judges. And yet they're not prosecutors. And yet they can tell that stalking is very offensive and illegal in all 50 states. So we don't know what happened to Josh Burson and Steve Kuntz-Wheeler and Matt Powell. That they're unable to identify what stalking conduct is. Illegal behavior, illegal conduct. And they enjoy attacking victims because they are the bitch of a sex weirdo. And that's the best they can do in their career in law enforcement. I'm sure your kids are proud. Yep, here's what law enforcement has to do. One thing. You got one job to do. Relieve suffering caused by crime. Absolutely nothing else is required of you than that. And you catch up to us. We're not slowing down for you. You do your own damn homework. We're sick and tired of the gotta explain this like you. Nope. You do it yourself. Okay? We don't have to have people explain things and help us and get the finger paints out and, this is what this means now when somebody does that. And when somebody says this is the crime that it. Oh my God. Nobody has to do that for us. We know. We already know. Look at that. Okay? This is not old news, Charles. This is not new news. What are you hiding and why are you hiding it, huh? Boy, you're pathetic. You are really pathetic. I wanted them to catch you. I didn't tell them, here's what you're going to see. I said, just watch them and catch them yourself. We like people to act like grown-ups. You know? You figure it out on your own. Every contact gets me more, Mr. Perry. Figure it out on your own. Weak, pathetic, coward, incel, wannabe. Always the wannabe, never the one wanted. You and your phone calls are something. We hear all about those phone calls. People make fun of you. You have no idea. The jokes. You have no idea. Or you wouldn't make the phone calls. Okay, so this is dated August 2019. It's not legal, but I'm going to have her car towed and sold before she figures that out. And then you know, there's the stalking people, and there's, pictures, taking stalker pictures to prove they're not stalking. They come where I am, they take pictures of me wherever I go, and then they take that to court, and they go, look, we're not stalking, see, we got all these stalker pictures over. Oh, sure, yeah, that means you're not stalking. Okay, this was the complaint I made in Manford. All this dust is all over this room where David Robertson had his dynamic shot employee staying while we're in court, and also in my trunk. Okay, this was 2014. I don't want to be a scandal. I don't want a scandal. I want to be left alone. See? Leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Okay. January 4th, 2016. Notice the date. Look at the date. Okay. This is my subpoena. I'm supposed to testify for Officer Neely, and you made sure I did not because you got something to hide. Concealment of a material fact when you got the duty to disclose it is perjury. Yeah, you like perjury, don't you? Hiding, concealing, altering, changing, deleting. That is evidence in and of itself. If you walk into a house and the guy's like, oh, my wife is missing. Oh, is she? When's the last time you saw her? Oh, 2 days ago. Okay. How come this room has just been painted and new carpet? It smells like bleach in this one room. The rest of the house, nothing. When'd you do that? Yesterday. Oh, okay. And your wife's been missing 2 days. What I'm going to guess is you killed her in this room and there's blood and shit all over the place and you cleaned it up. Which means you were tampering with evidence, and this is where she died, right here. Why else would you do that? Why would you paint? Why would you put new carpet? Why do I smell bleach? Duh, right? Okay, we didn't have to have anybody get fingerprints out and explain that to us. Why do you need help? How embarrassing. Why do you need help, Mr. Perry? Okay, so this is the DA sent this subpoena to me. Okay, this is Officer Neely. You're retaliating against me because I tried to help him. He just didn't do it. There's no way. There's no damn way he did that. I don't know the guy. He took my complaint. We talked for like 20 minutes. There's Looky Loos all in the parking lot. Him and Lucky came to my work. I sat down. I walked up. I introduced myself. Mike Neely went in the bathroom. I sat down and talked to Lucky, who's asking me about a forged marriage license. I'm like, what? He did what? He forged your name on a marriage license and a power of attorney. But I just want to make sure you know. I go, I need to see it. I've never seen it. To this day, I've never seen it. Now, what are you hiding and why are you hiding it? Did you spell it? I heard you spelled my name wrong. Okay, my name is spelled Cynthia. Cynthia. Lynn, Lynn, Ortiz, Ortiz. That's my name. My maiden name was Hall, Hall. Okay, signed any other way is not my signature. Anyways, then I got called onto stage, so while I'm on stage, Mike comes back from the bathroom, they leave. I got pulled over in Manford for making a right-hand turn from the left late. It was late at night, nobody was around except this one car. Unfortunately, that one car was a cop. So I got pulled over, and he just told me don't do that again. It wasn't there. I didn't get a ticket or anything. And that may have been Mike, I don't know. I don't even remember. I remember he's a nice guy, but I didn't, maybe that was him, maybe not. And that is the sum total of my interactions with Mike Neely. But the thing is when I see facts that don't add up, I feel like my intelligence is very insulted. And you're going to see me get really pissed off when somebody insults my intelligence. I'm not stupid. One injury on this arrest report, a red swollen right hand. Okay, well, but there's a needle in it, see? The right hand has a needle in it, which might make it red and swollen. But Lucky died from being hit back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, right hand, left hand, so hard that it was like he was in a car crash. He had internal decapitation, which he couldn't have caused and looked like that. We've been over that. And again and again and again. So when I start seeing somebody tell me something is a load of shit, bullshit, you're going to see me get ugly. I'll get nasty. I'll get mean to you. I'm not mean. But you do that to me, I will fuck you up. Because you lying to me and you treat me like you think I'm stupid like you. And I'm not going to put up with that. I don't have to. I will not. So that made me pissed off. I also have, I came from cops. We don't leave a cop behind. My whole family was police. If he was in an active shooter situation, would you just let him get shot and walk off and leave him there and let him bleed out and die? No. So what's the difference, TPD? You didn't step up. You went coward. You went pussy. So I don't have any trust in you. I don't have any, There's a defunding police movement, and you know why that's there? Because of guys like you. Because of guys like you. There's honor in the badge. Show some respect. Okay? You don't leave one behind. And if you do, don't expect anybody to respect you. Don't expect it. They won't. Okay? A lot of people respect me for my courage. Mr. Perry, when you contact me, I'll always get more. Every contact, every problem, every loss. So when you ask, how did she know to do that? How did she find out about that? How did she know about that? Every contact, every problem, every loss. That's how. Because it's part of the crime being investigated. And you never shut up. You're the boring incel that I say you are. Okay? I don't ask you what you think because I don't want to hear it. Nobody asked you. I bought this charcoal because they were poisoning me at work, and charcoal will absorb poison. It saved my life. It did. Okay, and they took the tail light out to have me pulled over. And there's the light that I bought, and this is Chief Miller. We got tired of being harassed all the time by Mr. Perry, demanding that we pull her over, harass her for him, pulling her over. Targeted pullovers. We got sick and tired of that. I might call her in a protective order. Is that why he murdered him? Because that's motive for murder. Or was it the forgeries that he talked to me about? Yeah. Okay, this guy was following me all the fuck over Tulsa. All over Tulsa. See, it says police on there? Okay, so, this guy was, let me see if I can find it here. There's one in my apartment parking lot. I don't know where it is. He was in my apartment parking lot. We're at my house, in my apartment. And then he's showing up everywhere where I DoorDash. So I'm taking, the reason I'm behind him is I got behind him on purpose because I want to get his tags. But most of the time he was behind me, or he'd just come in the parking lot and circle around me. When I'm picking up a DoorDash order, that's what this was. This day I had just picked up a DoorDash order from Whataburger on 41st at the freeway, like between, I think, Sheridan and Yale. And here he is circling the parking lot. So I got behind him so that I could get his tags. See? This one was at the Quick Trip at 81st. I think it's 81st and Sheridan. Okay, I was DoorDashing. I stopped to get gas and coffee. As you can see, it's late at night. Here he comes circling through the parking lot. So, when they were having me targeted in pullovers while I was DoorDashing only, or right after I finished, somebody pointed that out. She's not getting pulled over unless she was DoorDashing. That's curious. 6-7 times. One time it was the tribal police. Okay, the tribal police did not piss me off. The tribal police, here's what the tribal police did. They pulled me over, and I tell the guy, I need you to run this guy's tags to tell me if he's a cop. And if he's a cop, what police department does he work for? And he goes, I don't think he's a cop. I think that's a retired police card. He just didn't paint over. He's supposed to paint over that, and he didn't. I said, okay, well, he's following me all around. I showed him these pictures. And I had some video, too. I showed him the video. So while he's, pulling me over, he didn't give me a ticket or anything like that. He just pulled me over and ran my driver's license and gave it back to me. And then I said, while I have you here, I need some help. He's like, sure, what is it? So I told him what I need help with. Charles, if you wanted help, you would give it back and get out because there's no other way to get the help. Okay, you continue to tell me you want help. He's typing in my other phone. I want help. I want help. No, you don't. You had 6 years to do what we told you to do if you wanted help. Okay, you want to sit on your fat ass and bother people all day, and that's what you want. And that's why nobody will help you. Okay, people who want help will do what they need to do to get the help. You have to give back what you took from me. You have to fix the problems you caused for me, and you have to get the fuck out of my life, and you and your people never contact me and my people again, or nobody will help you. Okay, you had 6 years. We're not kidding. Okay, we've said the same thing for 6 years. No matter how bad you've made my life, no matter how cruel and nasty you've been to me, we've stayed steadfast. You will give back what you took, you will fix the problems you caused, and you will get out of my life or you will not get the help you want. You make a choice every day to sit on your fat, ugly ass and bother me all day long, every day, and cause one problem after another. Nobody helps people like you that do that. Nobody. They haven't. They have not helped you. They will not help you. You can go fuck yourself. You're not going to get any help when you do that. We get the help because we don't act like you. Okay, so I tell the tribal officer, here's this thing. So he goes back and he runs that tag, comes back to me and he says, I can't tell you who this guy is, but he is not law enforcement. I said, okay, cool. Okay, I'm like, he follows me around everywhere. Look at this. I don't know him. I don't know who the guy is. So after that, I never saw the man again. So he took care of it, clearly. The guy never came around me again. So this is called proxy stalking. My guess is you know him. Yeah. Okay. So then they hit me, they tried to hit me with a brick on the freeway. And I had gone out a different way because I saw Mr. Perry's guy sitting at the end of the drive. It delayed me about 2 minutes. So instead of hitting me and doing that to my head, see the crack right there in the engine? They cracked my engine in two. Totaled my car. A brick. It bounced off the asphalt and hit up under the car. This is the McNamara email. They wanted that deleted. It's dated 10/29/2015. Charles is threatening me to put me in jail and offer enticements. That's what that email says. They hit me the guy tried to hit me right at the wheel. He missed and hit the back here. So you can see the black scrape. Then accused me of backing into him. He had my paint on his bumper. So how do you back into somebody with the side of your car? Yeah, we were like, you're fucking full of shit. Don't insult my intelligence, asshole. You need to get me all over you. Okay, right at the wheel. Right at the wheel. Do you know a lot of people feel that way, Mr. Perry? Don't insult my intelligence. Do not treat me like you think I'm as stupid as you. Okay, so looks like you deleted more. I don't know. I think we had some more on here. This was the place. Okay, see where that guy's sitting? I would go out to the right and you just get on the freeway. Mr. Perry, if you contact me, I'm going to get more to ruin you with. You just did it again. You contacted me again. I asked you to get out of my phone. Okay, this is a podcast. I'm recording it. He acts like he thinks it's a phone call. You know how he knows I'm doing this right now? In order to comment in the middle of it? He's a peeping Tom. He's a voyeur. He doesn't have a life, so he's got to watch everybody else have their life. Yeah, and he just interjects himself in there. It's so embarrassing, so yuck, nasty, gross. That's why nobody will help him. Not even with one name. In 15 years. So, when I'd leave, I'd go out to the right there and get on the freeway. But you could also go left in front of this hotel. And you go down a ways, and then there's a little road that gets you onto the freeway. So that's what I did because Mr. Perry's guy was sitting right over, not there, not where that guy's sitting. He was actually sitting on that side of the exit. So that made me go out the other way and it delayed me so I didn't get my head cracked into. Yeah, one of these is missing. Hold on, we'll get it. Okay, this is the same guy at my apartment. It was raining heavily, but you can kind of see, It was raining hard, and I was running after him because he kept circling the parking lot. And at first, I ignored him. He'd come through all the time. He came through at least once a month. Just drove through the parking lot and then drove out. And my neighbors were like, "What in the fuck is that?" And I was like, "I don't know." At first, I didn't even know. I was like, "I have no idea, but that's weird, isn't it?" And they're like, "That's creepy. That guy's creepy." And one of the neighbors goes, he's not staying, he's going to the back, but he's not like back there long enough to like pick somebody up and leave, and there's nobody in his car. When he exits, it's just him when he comes in and when he leaves. So even the neighbors were commenting that this guy coming through all the time was extremely creepy and bothersome and menacing. And the same thing happened in Manford when those guys would pull up and take pictures of me. Everybody cringed when they'd show up. Everybody would be like, "This is menacing. This is creepy. You know, we got kids here. We got kids living here. What in the hell's, okay, you know, so now we've got two different locations where I'm living, and I got people pulling up taking pictures or pulling through the parking lot and just circling parking lots and being having menacing conduct. And that is stalking, and it is illegal in all 50 states, and that is why Mr. Perry can't get anybody to help him. Okay, no amount of money in 15 years. Not even one name. We don't act like that. We don't do shit like that. We can get names, and you can't. So that's the results of your conduct and your behavior being so disgusting and repulsive. That is a footprint in the back seat of my car that is not mine. So they would get keys. That's how they got the powder in the trunk. They would get keys from the car dealer and just get in my car and do whatever in it, drive it off. So one time, one of the mechanics, one of the mechanics that they hired made a mistake and divulged some information to me, and we were arguing. He was like, "Yeah, I fixed XYZ on your car," and I was like, "No, you did not." And he goes, "Yes, I did." And I'm like, "No, you didn't." He goes, "Yes, I did. This car was brought in by that dude friend of yours, and I fixed something for you." And I was like, the fuck? So they were like, if I was sleeping or something, they literally get in my car and do whatever. So why they chose to fix something, because they're usually trying to break stuff, I don't know. I heard Jacob put water in my oil one time, and thankfully I had just bought a quart of oil, and I put the quart of oil in it. So it did stall the engine for a minute, but then it started working, which probably wouldn't have happened had I not just put oil in. So somebody saw Jacob do that and told my guys. They told me. Same thing with the tail light. They did that when I was asleep. And the guys woke me up, "Go fix your tail light." They just took it out, hoping they'll pull you over. I mean, we have help. People are watching you, watching me. The investigators that won't give you a name or a phone call because you keep giving them the middle finger and slap them across the face, Mr. Perry. He told you to give back what you took and get out, or I'm not going to help you. I don't need your help. You need mine. So don't ask me for help and expect to get it and then do that. Yeah, I told you to leave my girl alone. Leave her kids alone. Charles, I don't like you. I rejected you. Move on. Always the wannabe, never the one wanted. Yep, there he is. The guys are like, "That's Bittencourt. Right there. Stand in front of you." I was like, he's not going to tip me. Charles Perry's guys are broke. They don't tip. And he didn't. Okay, here's the one he took off. So there's you just saw two photos that they either got taken off, or I don't know what, I guess he took them off. Or, when we thought that we were loading them up, he took them off while we were loading them up. What are you hiding them? Why are you hiding it, coward? Don't you want to be notorious? Most criminals, want to get caught, so they're notorious. They think that'll make them famous. You want to get caught, sir? You get caught when you do it to me, and you just won't stop doing it to me. So you have to like that, or you'd stop. Okay, that's why nobody will give you a name, bitch. Okay, we can get names. We don't behave like you. You are revolting to all normal people. Want to be incel? You're sick. You're really a sicko. You know that? Very sicko. Okay, so we make a big thing when he tries to hide something. Oh, are these the documents that scare you? Huh? Are these the documents we wanted to hide? This is my, Google files. Yeah. Look at this. These scare you, Mr. Perry? You want these covered up? collecting my cigarette butts from work like motherfuckers. My boss was like, if they wanted to frame you for something, all they need is like 2 or 3 cigarettes. If they had taken 2 or 3 cigarettes, it wouldn't have flagged us off that they were doing that. But they got bags of them. Bags and bags. So we started, why are they doing that? Why are they collecting her cigarettes? Oh, they're trying to frame her for a murder. They're planting them at the scene. Yeah. And see, we documented it. This is on the court docket in the state case. A lot of these documents are on the court docket. The 3 times I sued you that you could have made me prove, burden of proof is on me and you couldn't even let me in the courtroom. Yeah, okay. Okay, see, look at this. Trying to take her driver's license away from her. Should be a lot easier to traffic if we can get her driver's license away from her. We want her in a homeless shelter. We want to take her driver's license, her computer, her phone, and put her in a home, or put her in the hospital. Something, because we all as men are so weak, we can't even fight one woman without help. Yeah, we're human traffickers. Aren't you human traffickers? That's my bank. Okay, this is on the court docket. This is Dr. Russell's. She's not trying to do anything. She's trying to avoid Mr. Perry. She's afraid he's going to hurt her or her family. This was in 2017. Yep. You act like nobody else suspect a thing. This is the first time I tried to get a protective order, and it was denied because I forgot the police report. But you know what Judge Eibrecht said from the bench? He gave a verbal order. He goes without saying, Mr. Perry, leave her alone. Or he said, I think Mr. Warman, Perry wasn't there. Mr. Warman, your client is to leave her alone. It goes without saying it. You know what it means when somebody says it goes without saying? It means you're old enough, you ought to know this already. Yeah. It's the law. In Oklahoma, Marler versus Clower, you got to file a police report or you can't get a protective order. So he denied me in part. I had an attorney on this. She didn't handle the jurisdiction at all. She didn't even get close. I've done better myself. Okay, when I first filed the first lawsuit, Mr. Perry's attorney, Mark Warman, filed a motion to dismiss, which was denied by Judge Jane. So I won that. Not a lick of law school. Not a lick. Back then, I didn't even have college. I had 1 year of Bible college. Now, I almost have a 4-year degree in criminal justice. Back then, I had nothing but Bible college. I just, they would run my customers off at Sensation, so I'd go back in the dressing room and study the law. I mean, I hit the books and I read case law and I read and I studied and I read and I studied. So it did pay off. So when they take something from me, it benefits me somehow. And we take something from them, right? I filed the police report as per the law on the 21st of January. They had me arrested in Lubbock. This all was in Tulsa. I'm seeking relief in Tulsa courts with Tulsa police. They obstructed justice by physically preventing and delaying the reporting of the crime to Tulsa police. I didn't talk to a cop. They told me they would assign it to a detective and a detective would call me. So, that's on the 21st. This happened on the 29th. It was filing a false police report in retaliation for a public servant doing his job as a senator. I didn't give a shit. You're nobody. I'd been in politics all my life. I didn't need you for anything. And you can't say it's false if there's no investigation. Because you prevented and delayed the reporting of your crime. That's 1512. I'm sorry, Title 18, 1512. Right? You violated RICO Act. You think people like you for doing that to a woman? No, they don't. That's why nobody will help you. You don't do women like that. You just don't. I lost my house. Dennis lost his house. We had a cute little house right behind Sapulpa High School by the tennis courts. He was literally like 20 steps from the tennis courts, which is great for him because he was captain of the tennis team. And he had the whole top floor to himself. And we loved that house. And on Saturday morning, when most kids are watching cartoons or playing video games, my son would get up and walk to the tennis courts and play tennis with his friends on 8 o'clock Saturday morning, and work at it and practice at it. And we were doing pretty good. I mean, I was dancing. I didn't really want to be dancing, but it was, at least we had a place to live. I paid for it. I signed a lease. We were domiciled in Oklahoma, Sapulpa, Oklahoma. He's enrolled in school. You had no right to do that to him or me. And you've been paying for it ever since in ways you're not used to paying. But the thing is we are going to use it to obliterate you and ruin you in a criminal case. So there's that. Okay, some judges, when we talk about judges are breaking the law, Sam Cummings, who went duck hunting with you during his civil suit, that might be one. That may be one situation. He's going to have some explaining to do, sir. If you read his orders, there is no reason. Most judges will give, like Judge Jane, when she gave her reasoning for denying Mark Warman's motion to dismiss, it is like 20 pages or something. She gives her explanation as to here's how I came to the conclusion that I need to deny this motion to dismiss. The Supreme Court orders look like that. Most orders look like that. And here's Judge Cummings, denied his name, and that's it. Wow. It's hard to do an appropriate court order when you're out duck hunting with the defendant. Not for deer hunting, not rabbit hunting, duck hunting. You know how we know that? Mr. Perry's under investigation, so is Sam Cummings. That's out of my hands. Judge Cummings, that's out of my hands, that's way above my head. But I'm telling you, he's under investigation. That's how we found that out. See, you turn people against you when Dennis and I had to leave Lubbock to get away from you. And then move again to get away from you. And then when you did the false arrest, you turned more people against you, and they totally expected you to make it right with us because of who you said you were. You don't beat up women and children. You don't get violent with women and children. You don't violate us and think people are going to like you. So they expected you to make it right with us, and you didn't. So when I had to file a lawsuit, they turned against you even more. Now they're helping us full on. And then when you did me dirty in that, you turned a lot of people against you. They won't have anything to do with you again. You know, there are people that tell you something to your face to get you out of their face. And something else completely behind your back. But you should expect that. You don't tell, you're not telling the God's honest truth. Why do you think they will? They don't want to end up murdered too. Isn't that what you do to people who tell you what they really think? Murder them? Yeah. So this call didn't come in. I mean, I'm already in jail. February 15th. She's asking for the evidence. I need you to come in and talk to me and give me the evidence. Because we haven't investigated anything. We don't even have the evidence. Yep. Okay. So Steve didn't prosecute obstruction of justice, so that put him on the list that my guys of people that are investigating. This is to David. I didn't want David to know I was trying to get another protective order, but you can tell he was trying to bait me into that by what I'm saying here on the 4th. See? Okay. Anyways, everybody else has to do their own homework. We're not going to do it for you. There's the court cases where you should have made me prove. Right? Burden of proof is on me. She can't prove it. Well, the burden of proof is on you, Mr. Perry, not her. You missed your 3 chances. You went in and played Candyland with yourself and had no opponent, and you beat you, and ran around telling everybody, we won. You had no opponent, bitch. Okay, any court proceeding is supposed to have all parties participating. You made sure I wasn't there since I beat Mark Borman with no law degree, and he's seasoned in the very first hearing. He's scared of me? This is why they mess with her school. Those guys are so pussy and so coward and so afraid of women that they try to interfere with. If she wanted to be a lawyer, they're trying to interfere with that. They're that weak and that's stupid. And they're going to have to, her boss puts them in jail and starts fixing all the problems they cause. I don't know that's not going to be fun for them. But they did ask for that. See? These are the documents that scare you. We want to use her as a test case before the Supreme Court. We're going to send her home and then harass the hell out of her. When she complains about it, we'll say she's harassing us. We're going to lie to the highest court in the land. We had it in 2017. See? Once we have it, we have it. Once it's out, it's out. The thing is, you don't know who all has it, do you? No. That's a whole lot you don't know. Okay, I'm telling him, he's threatening me with a traffic stop again. We just finished up the last one where I was hit by 7 officers in the period of a couple months. And we got that case all wrapped up. Mr. Perry, every contact gets me more, sir, to bring you within court. You just did it again. Okay, if I wanted your help, or if I wanted to know what you think, I would ask. You're not asked because I don't want any of that. What I want is you to shut the fuck up and get out of my life and never contact me again. And when you don't, we get more. We got 420 pages that you know of, but that's not the half. That's not the half. You took my college, we took your compounds. Okay? We got details about your compounds because you interfered with my college. Because you're a pussy and a coward. Who has, best you can do is beat up a woman, and you have to have help even to do that. So you turned people against you, and now nobody will help you with the name. Not even one. Okay. So, I got a rule. I need you to leave her alone, Mr. Perry. Why are you always where she is, Mr. Perry? This is Kirkendall, Judge Kirkendall. Leave her alone so I can rule out provocation and entrapment. Okay, once we have it, we have it. Once it's out, it's out. To this day, you don't know who all has this, because this was January 2021, I think. Yep, January 2021. When you contact me, I get information like this. When you cause problems and loss for me, I get information like this. You take from me, we take from you. You cause problems for me, we cause problems for you. So just because you hide something doesn't mean nobody knows. Who all has that, Charles? You take from me, we take from you. You ruin, we ruin. You think it's funny to ruin women and children. So when we ruin, you laugh. It's funny. Right, pussy? You're a little pussy. You're a pathetic nothing. So nobody will help you. And that's just the way it is. Okay? Who all has all that? Who all actually heard her say that? Who heard her say it besides me? Do you know? You might find out the hard way. And it won't be what you like. Nope. The longer you drag this on, the more we get. Okay. This wanted hidden? Is this what you wanted hidden, sir? This is what you didn't want anybody to see? Huh? Does this scare you? Coward? Does all this scare you, little coward? Well, we're showing it here. I think it's this one you didn't want anybody to see, right? We're going to make a big thing of it. You tried to hide this. Why do you hide? Why are you hiding it? What's your motivation to hide and cover up? Huh? It's the upstanding citizen you told everybody you are, are you? No. See? Everybody see what Mr. Perry wanted hidden? I'm fixing to show you more. Hold on. See that? You little coward. You little weak, pathetic incel. Can't get laid. Can't get a name. Can't get laid. Can't get a date. Loser is what comes to my mind. Oh. Okay, let's look at the actual email. See this? See who all got it? You want to hide this, Mr. Perry? What do you want to hide it for? Huh? You see this? We're going to scroll real slow so everybody can look at it. Of course, you can hit pause, too. Did you see this, Mr. Perry? Every contact, every problem, every loss. He told you to give it back and get the fuck out of my life, and then he might do you a favor. Okay, but you did the opposite. So, you're on your own. That's what you wanted, that's what you got. We always give you exactly what you asked for. Okay, look at this. The actual email. And who all got it. Who all gets there's people that get it from the guys directly. Okay, it didn't come from me, it comes from them. Who's on that list? Do you know? You're willing to bet your future on whatever it is you daydreamed? Look at this. Bet the ranch on your daydream? See this? That's when they tried to hide Allison. They took her off. Scared of a woman? You're scared of a woman. Why are you scared of a woman? See all this? Bunch of incels who can't get laid. That think it's sexy to beat up a woman and a child. Or a kid their their age. Or someone in a hospital. Or little old men dying anyway. And even with that, they need help. Okay, one thing, you start treating everybody like you think they're as stupid as you are, ooh, you're going to get in bad. And that has worked in our favor more times than I can count. You start acting like you think you're the victim, boy, that gets us all kinds of intel. I can't even tell you how much. Yeah. Buttloads of it. Look at this, see? The actual emails. You think you're gonna hide shit, you're gonna find out the hard way. That was a bad idea. Okay? We're gonna make a big problem with it. Okay? In more places than you know. That little pathetic, boring incel with no life who can't get laid and the least, I already know what I did all day. Loser. Always the wannabe. He's steadfast in being a loser, pathetic incel. Can't get laid, can't get a real life. He's boring. He watches me do this all day. Work. Well, he sits on his fat, lazy ass, pretending he's not in trouble. Look at that. Okay? Everybody see it? Everybody see it? Okay, so what are you hiding and why'd you try to hide all that? You little coward. What are you hiding that for? What are you worried about? What are you scared of, huh? Why don't you man up, okay? Why don't you take your little diaper off, get your thumb out of your mouth, put your big boy pants on, act like a dude, and go do normal dude things, okay? And quit bothering me and everybody else. Everybody's had enough of it, okay? We've all had enough of you. All right? You're rejected. Fuck off.